We caught World Evo Helios H6 in our spider web. Welcome to the spider web. For this video, I will be unboxing Hasbro's World Evo Helios H6. Boy, do I really like that stock. Another charged SpeedStorm metal and outer. Nice. And on World, which isn't a bad layer at all, it is pretty decent at the very least. Actually, I think it's just pretty good from the combos I've tried. And the Helios chip, if it has good slopes, this would be perfect. Well, not perfect, but pretty darn good. Alright, looking at the back, we see that it is indeed a less spin combination. However, it's only because of this chip. Now, Helios is a less spin chip, but we got World as a layer is dual spin. Now we have D60, which is of course outer, and TSP09-M, which is charged metal or charged SpeedStorm metal in this case. They say just M only as if it's just charged metal, but I'm gonna say charged SpeedStorm metal because this is SpeedStorm driver. Look at the stats, don't really care that much about it. It says 12 weight, which is probably very true actually, but yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and open this pack. We got a good look at the parts. Now let's go over them. First up, we have World. Now, World looks pretty decent. I like all the markings on here. Like, look at all that. They went pretty crazy there. I like the whole green, like the minty green, or maybe limeish green. I mean, it looks like a bit different off camera, but yeah. I'm really liking this. However, I wish there was more of this crimsonish color or magenta color around here. That would have been even more dope. Like, seriously, I really do wish they painted these a whole lot more. Well, like stuff like this. Really, I could have seen more magenta over here at and maybe a bit in the inside even, but I don't know. I really don't know. I do wish there was more paint overall. But even so, I'm gonna say this ring overall looks, let's say it looks decent. Looks pretty decent. Now, World as a ring, pretty good. Pretty good. I'm pretty sure you can make a lot of good combos out of it. Maybe not like the highest of high tiers, but definitely not a bad layer. Next up, we have Evo Helios H6. And the reason why I say Evo Helios is because this is based off of the evolution, or like the evolved version of Helios. Looks pretty nice. Like, once again, I do like this whole minty-ish cyan color here. Is that really cyan, or is that more? That's not cyan. What color am I thinking of? Turquoise. Yeah, turquoise. I do like this silverish color here, and I really do like how they painted this eye red and then had the black over here. And then I like this hint of magenta at the top. Pretty cool in my opinion. Alright, here is the QR code. Now the slopes, they look kind of meh. I don't think the slopes are going to be like way too crazy. So let's just hope that the driver has a very tight spring, because that can make up for it, for the stock anyway. Maybe in general customization, no, but yeah. Next up, we have outer. Boy, am I happy that they put this on more SpeedStorm bays. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Outer, solid disc, like solid disc. Maybe not as good as wheel, but it's close. Like, the weight distribution and the weight itself fits perfectly with this disc. You can put this disc on a bunch of SpeedStorm bays and make them more balanced. This disc is that good. And now we have charged SpeedStorm metal, which is a pretty crazy driver. So on some combos, you can actually make this bay jump, or like you can make a bay jump with this driver like multiple times. It's it's weird. I've seen people make crazy combos. It's insane. I really do like this driver for the fact that you can do so much crazy stuff with it. And it's pretty decent overall. I won't say it's the greatest, but definitely pretty decent. I love all the metal they put down there to emphasize the charged metal part of it. Spring? Feels okay. Alright, so overall, I'm really liking this stock. This stock is pretty good. You just hope the burst resistance is good. Let's see. Not really. Slopes don't feel good. Nah, the slopes aren't good. The spring and the driver is okay, but it's just the slopes. They didn't look that good when I initially looked at it. So I don't think these are that good. I would say the slopes are kind of bad. Spring is just okay. However, World is not an easy layer to burst at times, so maybe that'll make up for it. But we shall see. Overall, burst resistance is kind of just a meh. Alright, let's put World on here. 9.16 grams. Evo Helios, 2.89 grams. Actually a typical weight for a bunch of chips from SpeedStorm. 12.04 is 05. I saw it waver. Let's just say 12.04. Let's get outer. 21.28 grams or 2.7. Yeah, I don't know why I stuttered there for quite a bit, but whatever. Now, some people would be like, oh, that's pretty bad, but really it's not. When it comes to weight distribution, I mean, that's what this disc is mainly focused on. No. Alright, 16.94 grams for a charged SpeedStorm metal. Yeah, that's pretty heavy for a driver. Pretty heavy, especially for a Hasbro driver. Like, dude, that's kind of insane. Alright. 50.25 grams. Yeah, they were right about the weight. That's pretty good. That's pretty heavy. I mean, of course, a bay doesn't have to be like super heavy to be good, but if they're obviously gunning to make a heavy bay, so in terms of them actually gunning to make a heavy bay, they did a good job. The heavy Hasbro Beyblade. That's not way too heavy for SpeedStorm. At least I don't think. We shall see in the test battles. Alright, we got this red SpeedStorm Bay Stadium. Now it's time for the test launch. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh gosh. Despite this bay weighing a little over 50 grams, it can travel. Definitely zoom around the stadium. Let's start off easy. Let's get Gray for Kotriak. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Whoa. World Helios is going a little crazy. And World Helios with the Survivor finish. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Good. Those heads are already quite interesting. And World Helios defeats Brave. Alright, so at least it's better than Brave. Turn it up a notch and bring in Curse to Tomb. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Whoa! Right on top of Curse. Curse indeed has the advantage though, because it is defense type and it is really good against last spins. So, let me just see how this turns out. Oh, and when you look at that, World wins despite being at a slight disadvantage. 3, 2, 1, then as you can see, this combo is jumping a little bit, so we'll run out of stamina a lot faster than most. I mean, it is an attack type, but man. And I think that might have went to Curse that time. I don't know. Get Mirage Helios in here. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Whoa. Oh Oh, burst finish goes to Mirage Helios. Yeah, so World versus Burst. That's too bad. Oh, but this time, World is the one that gets the burst finish. Ooh. Alright then. World can still get those attacks in. You guys try it out against Triumph Dragon, just because they both have charged SpeedStorm metal. Alright then, let's do this. 3, 2, 1, let it. Oh, and Triumph Dragon gets the ring out finish. Well, yeah. 3, 2, 1, let it. This is unboxing. You don't really go by points. Woo. Just going by wins and losses in general. Ooh. And I'm pretty sure that goes to Triumph. So, doesn't seem like it can take on Triumph. I mean, it can, but it doesn't seem like it'll actually score against it. Let's get Colossal Fafnir in here. 3, 2, 1, let it. World Helios seems okay so far. Not way too crazy. Not way too bad. It just seems like it's in the middle. That time it won. Barely, but it won. 3, 2, 1, let it. Come on, get another burst. Another burst, come on. Oh well, survivor finish will do. Alright, we have the Volt Knockout Base Stadium. It's time for a test launch. 3, 2, 1, let it. My goodness, this base should get a little crazier in here. Alrighty. Not as stationary as it was in the Red Stadium, which does indeed make sense. Let's get Glideroctavore. 3, 2, 1, let it. Whoa, very strong attack against Glide. And it does indeed beat Glideroctavore. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Against Right, it seems like spin equalization is playing a huge part in World's victories because of how quickly it loses stamina initially. But that time it looks like Glide got that victory. Try this one more time. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Ooh, jumps. Ooh, attack. Oh, and the burst. Sorry, World, but Glide defeated you. Alright then, let's get World Spryzen. It's gonna be an interesting one. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. World is in right spin, by the way. Right World versus the left spin World. And World Helios gets that victory. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Whoa! Very solid attack. Oh, but it indeed does burst. That's the thing about World. I don't remember if I said this earlier, but World in left takes more recoil than World in right, for the fact that this is not shaped as if it's spinning to the left. Like, it's not like the flip gimmick version of World really should have had, but yeah. And on top of that, the slopes aren't that good. Alright, let's get Demise Devilos. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Although, World just sitting in the center again. But it beats Demise anyway. 3, 2, 1, Ooh. Got in the way of the mice there. Should be able to beat the mice again. It's just has more life there. Yeah. There we go. There we go. The final bay I want to put World Helios up against is actually Jet Wyvern. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, Whoa! World Helios, dude! Theoretically, it should be able to beat Jet. Theoretically, it should be able to beat Jet. 3, 2, 1, Well, how about now? Whoa! Oh! Oh! Hi! Well, we lost the Jet Wyvern like that? Dude, Jet has a worse stock, technically, and he still lost. Like, dude. Dude. Okay, let's do one more round. Just one. World, let's give you one more chance. Come on. 3, 2, 1, You have a much better stock. Like, you have better stock cards. You have a better disc and a better driver. You should not lose this Jet like this. Okay, finally, you actually gotta win. Okay. Spyder stats. Now the stock is really good. Like, charged SpeedStorm metal, pretty nice. And also outer, pretty nice as well. But that's really all that's going for it. The chip looks okay. I mean, the whole bay itself looks decent. Although, I mean, like, in terms of colors and detail. But, yeah, it doesn't seem to perform way too crazily. But the stock itself, if you don't switch out the chip or anything, gets stuck in left. And left is arguably the worst between left and right for Hasbro World. For the fact that it doesn't have the flip gimmick and it's stuck in a right spinning shape. So when it spins to the left, it takes more recoil. However, because the slopes aren't that good, it's really damaging itself more. We've seen it get really good hits on its opponent, but it was actually damaging itself more than it was actually damaging its opponent. I'll say 6 out of 10. Alright, thank y'all for watching, and keep blading. Stay tuned.